Hi, I think, yeah, we're having technical difficulties because my phone has decided to do strange things. I've got no idea. I've got to. Right, okay, so I'm having to rotate my phone a little bit. It's all going very well so far. Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah with the Trains, as you probably know if you're tuning into this live. Who have I got in the chat? Right way up now. Yeah, I've had to turn the tripod is just on its side at this point. I've got no idea. What the hell? I thought this would be a really cool little live. But no, my phone just hates me. Hang on. We will be in business in a minute. Wonder which Newcastle. Is Newcastle upon Tyne, not under Lyme? Although it is confusing because my next Travelodge booking is for under Lyme. Right, hang on. Oh, hello. Hello, Graham. Good evening, Train Spotter 66. Oh, Ian, you're on. Ian is been with me since I think the dawn of time. Very much appreciated to see you there, Ian. Who else is in the chat? Have a look. Oh, Jason. Hi, Jason. Ooh. Day one. Yeah, Ian, you were there from day one. I think you were there from, what was it? North Norfolk Railway Mixed Traction Gala. That was it. My very first video. Hello. Ah, yes, Cambridge North. I have been there prior to that video as well. Went there. Did I go there? Must have been when I was doing the what's the bleeding line called? Breckland. This is not going to plan at all. Hang on. If I can manoeuvre the phone down, I'll be able to actually. They save your lives, right? So that other people can have the joy of seeing me mess with the camera rather than the tripod for said camera. Well, it's not even a camera, is it? It's my phone. Right. If in doubt, pull the chair forward. Oh, not the proper one. As in not the proper Cambridge? I'm intrigued. Sarah, I was thinking if you were any chance in New Zealand or Australia. Not sure if there's one in the USA. There probably is one in the USA, to be perfectly honest. I mean, there's Manchester, Birmingham. I don't know if there's a Stoke-on-Trent in the USA. There's definitely a Norwich. I think there might be a couple of Norwiches, actually. It's very confusing trying to look up BBC weather and it gives you weather for Connecticut. If you need moderators, then my father self is available. Yeah, Tika, that's something I hadn't thought of. As you can probably see from the description on this, is very impromptu live. I haven't even written any like nice rules or anything. Basic rules: be nice to each other. Don't swear at each other in the chat, and no real names in the chat. That is it's one of Tico's rules actually. But basically, just usernames. Obviously, my first name is part of my username, so me being called Sarah is fine. It's just some people prefer the anonymity of having a username. 2 class 20s. Yeah, Jason, I saw about that. I watched your videos and your photos on the artist formerly known as Twitter. That was really cool. I was really quite sad that I missed that, but I have to be in Newcastle today, so that I can be here tomorrow. because the Northumberland line is opening tomorrow. So that's the whole big plan, the whole big reason I'm in Newcastle is for that, so I can get the first train out of Newcastle to Ashington. My journey northwards wasn't too bad. It was the Turbo Star between Norwich and Peterborough was definitely the worst of it. That was There was no leg room at all. I'd forgotten how little leg room there is on a Turbo Star. They're great for short journeys on little branch lines and stuff, but when it comes to anything long haul, I would not want to have been on that all the way to Manchester or Liverpool. God, no, that doesn't bear thinking about it, to be perfectly honest. And Tico is an ace moderator. Yes, I know. He's a lot better than me. I'm barely on Tico's lives, even though I'm a moderator. What are you up to currently, dude? Are you a Big Lebowski fan? By any chance? Is that why your username is dude? Curious, purely curious. Right now I've got a coffee. Because it's very cold. Oh, thank you so much, Sam. Sam's Autistic Travel Adventures. I will read out the username because I don't. Let me see. Oh, G's on here. Hello, G. I didn't know you'd popped in. How was your LNER ride? The LNER ride was actually really good. I had to do split ticketing, so I was in coach A for the first part of it from Peterborough to York, and I actually really like the Zoomers. I didn't get the chance to check out the thing where you scan the QR code on the back of the seat to order food because I had this sort of paranoia that the food or the drink would not arrive with me until I had to change seats for my split ticketing. Although I was supposed to go from coach A to coach K, but fortunately in coach C there was loads of available seats, so I just sat myself down there, and there was no overcrowding issue that made me feel like I had to move to a different carriage, so I was fine. But yes, I do like the Azumers. So much legroom. So much legroom. It's great. Pensioner Dave. Oh, it's interesting. There was a mention earlier about New Zealand. Hi, your fans. Do I have multiple fans in New Zealand? Do you know, Dave? I'm not sure. I'm always surprised when there's people from. I suppose I'm surprised when there's people from other countries, just because. I mean, railways are a bit of a niche thing, and I suppose it's even more niche if it's from another country. I suppose. I don't know. I overthink these things, I think. Oh, dude, I know who you are now. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I get it. Yes, you did. You did give me a hair badge. That's not with me at the moment, I'm afraid. I think it is in my bag. Is it my bag? I don't think it's in my bag. I think it's at home. But yes, thank you very much for that hair badge. That does go a lot of places. Deborah says, I'd love for you to explore Lincolnshire sometime, especially Epworth. I haven't done Epworth yet. I have done a chunk of Lincolnshire because I've done Boston, Skegness, all the Poacher line, but there is still a lot of Lincolnshire to explore. So I always say things are on my list, and they are on the list. It's just the list has got a lot longer because I had a list when I very first started the channel, and I still haven't started doing things that I put on that list 2.5 years ago. So it's on the list. Definitely a Big Lebowski film. Yeah, good. Jason, you had 6 Costas the other day. Are you okay? I'm thinking caffeine wise. I'm kind of worried. I don't think I could drink that much coffee, although I tend to get hot chocolate at Costa these days. Oh, Sam says, thinking of filming my train travel vlogs. Any advice? I would say make make and film videos that you yourself would want to watch. Because, in my opinion, there's no point trying to make videos, trying to second guess what other people are going to like, or your heart isn't going to be in it if you don't do that. If what am I even saying? Yeah, your heart isn't going to be in it if you're not. If you're making things that you're not necessarily that committed to for the sake of getting a number of views or something like that. Not that I think you necessarily would, it's just that is what I've done. My videos are all stuff that I would want to watch on YouTube. It's the sort of thing that I would seek out. And I go where I want. I only really I go places where I want to go, not places where I feel I have to go. Basically, don't try and be too rigid with it. Just let it flow. Let it flow. And if you're not an overnight sensation, don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. I think my first YouTube video I put up, I think it got about 30 views in about 3 days. And it's easy to get disheartened by that, but don't be. Basically, this is what my outtakes are like. It's like my brain stops. It's like, so I'm like, basically, enjoy yourself. Enjoy whatever it is you're doing, and it will come out in your video. Did you speed through my dad's old hometown of Retford? Yes, we did. What does it say on your t-shirt? It's backwards for us. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It says, in sort of mock elvish writing, it says, but what about second breakfast? Lord of the Rings quote. I should really go and see the latest Lord of the Rings film. I'm still a bit undecided about what I think about anime Lord of the Rings, but I'm intrigued by it certainly. There are at least two fans in New Zealand. Excellent. What inspired you to do your first live stream? I think part of it is I do have just a big chunk of spare time because it's winter and it goes dark quite early. Filming a lot of stuff can get a bit tricky, and also I have this lovely travel lodge room, and I am here on my own, and it's nice to talk with people. I mean, like, obviously, text, chat, and me sort of yakking at the camera, which is what I do the rest of the time. Trains are even more niche when it's in another part of the same country. Yes. Yes, trains are even more niche when it's another part of the same country. I'd agree with that, Graham. It's yeah, trains in East Anglia is rather niche, but I started doing it and I'm committed to it and I love doing it. Yep, all good. Coffee was spaced out during the day. Okay, I sort of worried, Jason, that you were having 6 coffees first thing in the morning. Tico barely goes through 1 coffee a day and it's decaf. Yep, this is decaf as well. You are committed, Jason. Jason says, I may go out at 1 a.m. tomorrow and film a 66 going past Cremorne Lane. I admire that, and I look forward to seeing it on YouTube or on Twitter if you do. QA Library gifted Sarah the Trains one. Oh, thank you so much. That is very much appreciated. Did you manage to get any caramel shortbread, Ian? Oh, you know me so well. This may very well be my breakfast tomorrow morning. I'm not sure. But yes, I was able to get some. It's a bit battered and bruised because I intended to eat it on the Turbo Star from Norwich to Peterborough, but that didn't really happen because I was too cramped. And I didn't think the person next to me was going to appreciate me struggling to get into some plastic for caramel shortbread and then getting crumbs everywhere. But yes, I do have caramel shortbread. So QA Library gifted membership to Sam's Autistic Travel Adventures. Oh, cool. I didn't know that was a thing. I just... excellent. Ian with the import. Oh, I'm glad somebody else is going to see the anime version. I don't know when I'm going to go. Maybe Tuesday. I'm going to say Tuesday. Gifted 2 random people membership of your channel because YouTube will not let me send you cash and I get given one of the memberships. Okay. That's cool. I really didn't know that gifting memberships was a thing. Genuinely did not. Jason Burton Trains. If you haven't seen Jason Burton Trains stuff, go check out Jason Burton Trains. He posts quite a lot. Have you seen 37901 Merle's Pioneer? Yes, I have. In the past, I was I can't remember when. I know it's on video somewhere. I always say that, and then I have to track through all my footage to try and find out where the somewhere was. But yes, I have seen that one. Tico says, I know you explained it in the Q&A for Patreon, but is Brian there with you? Well, your favourite bunny rabbit is here, Tico. He is with me. He has rated the drop-down trays on the Zoomers. Currently at Norwich. Tico, who's Brian? I thought you were his disciple. Get his name right, please. Sam, you already have an idea for what your first video is going to be. Excellent. It's always good to have a few things planned, a few things sort of in reserve, I suppose, so that you are you've got something to get going with, and you don't just go and do one video and then, well, what now? Then again, my second video I made was filmed totally on the spur of the moment, so I should take my own advice. What time is the first service? Oh, the first service to Northumberland. To Northumberland. No, not to. It's on the Northumberland line. It is 7:57 from Newcastle Central to Ashington, and it's stopping off at Seaton Delaval, and I'm assuming I'm saying Seaton Delaval correctly. Yes, because they're not. They were supposed to open Newsham as well as Ashington and Seaton Delaval tomorrow, but there's some form of issue that means they can't open Newsham, so it's just Seaton Delaval and Ashington that are being opened, or should I say reopened, because there were historic stations there. Yes, I've got to be at Newcastle bright and early to get the train. Go make tea for the missus. Have a great night indeed. Oh, gee, if you're still here, thank you so much. Thank you for sticking around. And have a nice tea. You and the missus have a nice tea, and yeah, I'll try and have a nice day tomorrow. Oh, you're coming up, Sam, to the okay, yeah, the first train out of Newcastle Central to Ashington is 7:57. Hi, 156 Andrew. Did not see you pop in. How long will it? Jason says, how long will it take you to travel back to Norwich when you come back? I think it's about 4 hours. Yeah, just under 4 hours because my my train from Newcastle is 3:30, and I get into Norwich about 19:27. So it is a bit of a journey, and I've got work on Monday, so not much time to rest. Stephen UK travels has his feet up in Sprowston. For anybody who doesn't know, Sprowston is it classed as a suburb of Norwich now? Because obviously it's its own place really. But in Sprowston, yeah, doing some local filming tomorrow. Excellent. I look forward to it. Northwest Level Crossing, Blythe, Bebbside, and Bedlington. Yes, Blythe, Bebbside, and Bedlington are also going to be on the Northumberland line. It's just a shame not all the stations are opening tomorrow. It's going to be at some point in 2025. I think some things are saying that they should be opening like January or February, but I've heard from elsewhere that it may be later in the year. But I don't. There's no official dates. I don't think. So, are you prepared for all the other YouTubers that are going to mob you tomorrow? I don't know that they will. I don't know if who else is really going. Um, I don't know if they'd necessarily mob me. I'm in paranoid now, Ian. QA Library has put one hell of a message in there about. I'm going to say yes to that question about the 68s being fixed. If you could, that would be amazing. If you could ask, that'd be a great filming opportunity. Jason says 4 hours isn't that bad. It's not really for the distance. It's about 250 miles. That's actually pretty decent. Would you prefer EMR 158? 158. There's no contest between the 158 and the 170. The 170s have their own sort of charm. If it's a short journey, but the 158, it's my favourite of the DMUs. It's I don't know, they're much more comfortable, and the airline style seating I think just works better on longer journeys and with the doors at the end of the carriages rather than in the middle. Stansted, yes. I mean, really, I should probably have gone to Stansted in one of my most recent videos because it was the next stop along the line. But I was trying to cram a lot into that day. So yeah, Stansted is. I think is Stansted on my little wheel of fortune for where to go next. No, it's not. Stansted Mount Fitchett is. I went to Stansted Mount Fitchett when I was a child because there's some historic thing there, but it's so many years ago I can't remember what it is or what it's called. But I know I had a cuddly toy bunny rabbit from there. It's got joints in the arms. So if you know a place at Stansted Mount Fitchett where you can get a cuddly toy bunny rabbit with joints in the arms and legs, that's where I've been about 30 years ago. No worries. QA, no worries. Seriously. I yeah, I'm very excited as well. I gave myself a headache the other day. I have to. That's sort of one of my problems. I get too excited about things, and then I have to try and calm myself down because otherwise I'll make myself ill. I think people think that's a bit strange considering it's about trains and railway lines and stuff, but it keeps me happy. Um, hi, okay, Andrew Magnus. Would you visit Whittlesea one day? I have visited Whittlesea. That's actually nearly a year ago. That I filmed that on the 30th of December. That was an absolutely mammoth video. I thought it was going to be about 25 minutes, and it ended up being an hour. That happens with me a lot. I think this video will be really, really long. Really, really short, and then it's not. But yes, I have been to Whittlesea. Where else did I go to? Maney. Was it Manny? I got really confused with the pronunciation of that place because at first I thought it was pronounced Mania, and then I had the announcement that said Maine. Yes, it is Maney. But yeah, I did Maney, March, Whittlesea. I'm missing one out. Am I? I don't know. I don't know if I've missed one out on that line actually. Um, is the new line available to travel on using a day ranger? So which one? Honest answer to that is I don't know. You'd have to check with Northern about that. Um, I've just got a return ticket. Best trains are definitely the GA Stadlers. My end cab office is very comfy. Yes, it is GA conductor that I know. Um, yes, the Stadlers are I said the 158s are the best DMU, and the 755s are the best DEMU. What was that vibration then? I had a notification on my phone because I forgot to turn off vibrate before I start this live. So I'm really hoping I'm not going to get that many notifications. Is there a favourite place in Scotland? I don't have one, I'm afraid. I haven't been to Scotland since I was about 3. So it's been a very long time, so I can't pick a favourite place, I'm afraid. I remember we went to Gretna Green, but I don't really remember that much else. Hopefully I will develop a favourite place in Scotland in the next year. Be in Newcastle in a few hours. Excellent. I look forward to you being in Newcastle. You have to come and say hello. The answer is Peterborough after Whittlesea. I thought I'd missed one out somewhere in amongst all that, but no, I don't think I have I? No, it is mainly March Whittlesea. Oh, I don't know. My brain is falling apart. I don't. I wish I knew what YouTubers are going to be there. I think Jen on the Move is going to be there somewhere, but I think she's starting at the other end. Would you visit Oakley Park soon? I'm trying to. Where is Oakley Park? I'm trying to remember. Graham Brand says anything is better than having to deal with the Pacers. Yes, I have vague memories of Pacers from Northern many years ago, and they were not good. It really is just a British Leyland bus on rails, and that's not a good thing. My favourite question, dude says, my favourite question is always, what's the section in the middle for? Yeah, I've quite a lot of people ask me that on my various videos and on more so on TikTok, I think, about what's the little windowless carriage? It's not a carriage, it's the power pack. Because the 755s have the power pack in the middle of the in between the carriages rather than under the the floors, so that's why they're lower, and you don't have this massive jump down when you're getting out of a 755 compared to some of the other classes where you can have quite a big jump, especially jumping out of a turbo star at some of the stations on the Poach line. The station between New Barnet and New Southgate on the Great Northern Suburban Route. Okay, New Barnet. Right, I'm not 100% sure when I would be doing Oakley Park, but I will try. And what about you doing the Caledonia Sleeper for your channel? Yes, I would love to do that. My partner wants to go on the Caledonia Sleeper as well, so that'll be a nice little trip. Any interrail plans? Not currently, no. Now, the plans that I do have for the channel are doing more Wheel of Fortune videos, because some people, I hadn't done one before, and then when I did a spin the wheels, pick a random station, people really liked it, so I'm gonna do some more of those. Then all other plans are about exploring more outside of East Anglia, so like hopefully exploring Cornwall soon, and also Yorkshire, because I haven't done any of Yorkshire yet. I really want to get the Cambrian line finished this year, and the North Wales coast line as well, because unfortunately with living so far away from Wales, it means that I'm only really able to go and do stuff over there like once or twice a year. So I've been trying to visit all the stations on the Cambrian line since 2022, and because the service is only every 2 hours, even with a Ranger ticket going up and down the line, it's quite difficult. Ooh, let's try. Any plans to return to lunchtime spotting at Posick? I missed them. Yeah, I may start doing that again in the future. That was something I just sort of fell out of the habit of. Also, my work schedule's been a bit mixed lately, so I'm not necessarily. I work hybrid, so sometimes I'm at home, sometimes at the office. But if I can get back into the routine of going out to spot trains down at Posick, then yeah, definitely. 383 bus serves Oakley Park Station. That is good to know. I'm just catching up on all the messages now. It's definitely very strange to be here on my own. In a strange city. This is the furthest I've been from. This is going to sound ridiculously childish, but it's the furthest I've been from home on my own ever. Can you travel New Line with a Tyne and Tees Day Ranger? Not a clue, I'm afraid. I'm not an expert on the Rangers and Rovers in this area of the world, unfortunately. I don't know if info on that is a northern website. What is the next train spotting location? Ooh, train spotting location or location to visit? Because I'd want to do some more spotting at Peterborough, really, because that is a great place, especially for the Azumas, and you get the Grand Central stuff that passes through there as well. Two film trains. Okay, I was just clarifying. But yeah, Peterborough would be my would probably be my main place that I'd like to go and do some more train spotting at. Other than that, I think once you start getting into the Londony area, I think doing it to some of the outer London stations could be quite interesting. Oh, Tico Sprinter is waxing lyrical about the diesel engines on the Stadler flirts. Yeah, I remember when me and Tico went and explored the Bittern line. He did just go and stand in the corridor. You're not supposed to really do that. Uh, he says it's an opera. The noise of the diesel engines on the Stadler flirts being classed as an opera. I'm not totally sure about that. I'm not the biggest opera fanatic in the world, but I haven't heard opera that quite sounds like diesel engines. That'd be weird. That'd be weird opera. That'd be very weird opera. The music of Pavarotti with a V8, but instead of him, it's a V8 engine. I think that'd be quite cool, actually. I went to the first time. Yes, yes, that is correct. The first train to run on the line will go from Newcastle. So it's from Newcastle, go up to 7:57, go up to Ashington, get into Ashington about 8:30, and then there's a train coming out of Ashington at 8:36 to go to Newcastle. So the first train on the line is going to be the 7:57 from Newcastle. Is it built specially for Tico? Yes, it was. Yes, it was, Ian. It was definitely built specifically for Tico. He absolutely loves it. Hadleywood is the best station on the East Coast Main Line for asking for tones. Ooh, I never ask for tones. I saw some people at Newcastle asking for tones today. It's nothing necessarily. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't know. I feel I think I expressed it once by saying that it's just a nice perk if somebody decides to give you a little honk. This will be my first ever station opening. Me as well, Sam. My first station opening also. That's why I'm so excited. I get to, usually I look on YouTube and I see people going to when new places have opened. I just haven't been able to go, and then this time I have been able to come up to Newcastle for the opening of the line and station. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. The Bee Gees got the melody of one of their songs from the Hungerford Jet play. I can believe that, actually. I can believe that. Oh, dude, you're not on the trains until January because you had a gallbladder removed. Oh, off work for 6 weeks. That's sad, but if I know anything about gallbladder problems, and I swear you're the second person in the space of about 48 hours that's told me they're having their gallbladder out. But yeah, gallbladder problems are not nice, so I'm sure you'll feel a lot better after it's out. My partner had his gallbladder out in 2017 after a lot of problems, and is far better off now. So you're off work for at least 6 weeks. Yeah, I can imagine. It's abdominal, so it's not easy surgery. Sam's just getting ready to head up to Newcastle. Okay, I will see you in the morning in that case. Sarah, do you know if you Jago Hazard on your station openings, etc.? Oh, this is my first ever station opening, so I don't know. That would be weird because I'd recognise Jago by his voice rather than what he looks like. That'd be very strange. No, just going to experience. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going home tomorrow afternoon, so I'm only here one night. Our Trains UK. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Our Trains UK. It was Yeah, Jen on the Move and Nick Badley are great for the station opening videos. Andrew Magnus, have you met Jeff Marshall? I have not. I would like to, but I have not as yet. I owe him a thank you really because I remember, was it? It was last year. I happened to put something on Twitter about I'd got 990 or 980 followers, something like not followers, subscribers on YouTube, and I put something on Twitter. Oh, thank you so much for 900 and whatever followers. It'll be uh, it'll be 1,000 soon. And Jeff Marshall retweeted it, saying, "Come on, let's get her up to 1,000." And I was like, I lost my damn mind. There's somebody who I really look up to retweeted me. I was like, "Come on, follow her, subscribe to the channel." And I'm like, I was cleaning the bathroom and I came and my phone just started pinging all over the place. And I thought, well, I can't look now. And I went. And I was like, Jeff Marshall's retweeted me, and my partner just looked at me blankly. He was like, "Is that good?" Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's good. That's like somebody really famous retweeting you. That's the only way I can explain it. To I talk about, oh, Jeff Marshall retweeted me, and people just look at me like, "Who's Jeff Marshall?" I've loved, I've loved Trains and the Bee Gees pretty much all my life. That's two pretty solid things to like, I think. Oh, the last of was it today? The last of Anti Voyager. Our Trains UK has informed me the last of Anti Voyager ran today. Oh, I like the Avanti Voyagers. I know a lot of people don't really like Voyagers, but I always enjoyed travelling on the Voyagers. How long have you and your partner been together? Nearly 11 years. Um, oh, dude is going to be making some new hair badges. I really wish I had that hair badge with me. I do genuinely think it's at home though. I'm not being weird. I'm rummaging in my bag to see if I've got the badge with me, but I don't think that I do. I think it might be on the. No, that's polo mints. Nope, I don't know. I think it's in the cupboard. I think it's in my little cupboard at home. The hair badge. So I wish I could show people what the hair badge to which you're referring. Although I am wearing it in some of my one of my Welsh videos. The watermelons are bigger than I thought at first. Maybe. Well, it's certainly a sentence. Jeff, he does. Jeff does seem to do a lot of sport with us. He does come across as a thoroughly good egg. Driving from Yorkshire, Sheffield area to Newcastle. I have no frame of reference for driving at that distance. How far is that? How far is it from Newcastle to Sheffield? Because I don't drive, I have not. I have a very difficult, not difficult, different idea of distances and how long it takes to get places because I'm always relying on the bus or the train. Um, Hi Sarah, love your content. Hope you get to 1,000. Oh no, I've been at 1,000 for quite some time, Paul. I'm on 2,700 and something subscribers at the minute. Unless you missed a zero off and you meant to say 10,000. Because that'd be quite cool. Because I get another cake if we get to 10,000. If I get to 10,000 subscribers, I've been told I can have another cake. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there is a 1,000 subscriber surprise video in which I get given a cake, which was very, very nice. Have you been on the Elizabeth line? No, I have not been on the Elizabeth line, but, and this is why I'm getting excited, I nearly did. Because when I did my video where I went to a random station in Essex, I had to change at Shenfield, and Shenfield is terminus for the Elizabeth line. So I saw the Elizabeth line trains pulling in, and I did think, should I just go a few stops, get a ticket and go a few stops on the Elizabeth line? But I didn't, and I sort of kicked myself about it. So I was so excited just to see them. So I should have just got a ticket and gone on the Elizabeth line, really. Good riddance to voyages. Wow. Fair enough. Not spacious enough. I think I'm sort of comparing them to Turbo Stars, and I think that's perhaps why I've got maybe rose tinted glasses about the voyages. I just always enjoyed travelling on them. Voyages are a bit dated, yeah. I think there is no getting away from the fact that they are old, and maybe past their prime. Oh, Jason says he's been with his wife for 17 years, married for 16. That's lovely, Jason. Oh, I always love to hear people's stories about their relationships and how they met and stuff. I think that's great. Tico, yeah. How do I put you on as a moderator, Tico? Can I do that mid-live? Jeff was at Northampton recently. I didn't even. Charlie's in the chat. Oh, shit. So with each comment, there's 3 dots. Far right, you make people moderate via that. Hang on. Add as moderator Tico. Hang on, I'm deciding what kind of moderator to make Tico. Managing moderator or standard moderator? Managing moderator can manage blocked words and change chat modes. I'm just making you a standard moderator for now, Tico. Hopefully. Yes, standard moderator. Believe it or not, I'm a moderator on Tico's channel. I don't know about what. I haven't seen the troll messages. Am I missing something? Oh, Paul. That is sad. But you got 20. But that is, 24. 24 years is a long time. My condolences. I saw the watermelons comment, Tico. I was just like, this is weird. I think I didn't pick up on the use of the word melons. Although G, G loves trains. It's a shame she isn't in the chat anymore. She had to go get food. But yeah, the melons comment. I made a comment about one of my journeys going melons up once, which referred to me as Sarah with the melons, and so I've decided that if I ever go down the route of a certain website, which I won't, then that Sarah with the melons would be my name on there. And I suddenly realised maybe I'm sharing a bit too much. I don't know. Tika says, welcome to live streaming. Yeah, I've never done this before. Yeah, I hadn't, to be honest, Tika, I hadn't thought about the cringy, inappropriate comments. I don't know why, because I've experienced them on like TikTok videos and stuff. There's stuff that I can't even. There was somebody on TikTok, I can't even remember what their name was, but they made repeated, let's go with innuendos in relating to trains on everything that I posted. That was cringy. That was very cringy indeed. Where is Coral? Where is your next East Anglia adventure going to take you to? I don't know. I think I may do another random video. It may be another little wheel spinny video of stations that I've yet to go to in East Anglia. Nice to see you too. I think one thing with the picking a station at random videos is, I think it's the uncertainty. I'm just like, what if it picks to go to a really bad place? But you know what? There aren't bad stations to go to. You can always find something somewhere. I usually find churchyards and graveyards and stuff, which is perhaps a little bit strange. Yeah, I've really taken to them. I want to do another wheel spin video soon. I think that will be. I think after this video about the Northumberland line, which I'm going to be filming tomorrow, and a little video that I've been filming today, I think my next one will be another wheel spin video, although that may now be in the new year. Tico, there's a comment. I don't know what that means. Tico, full permission to report that. How many stations have you not? How many stations have I not been to? That's one hell of a question. Probably about 2,000. I don't know. I should keep a spreadsheet really of where I have and haven't been, because there's a lot of stations on the network and I would like to at some point visit them all. Oh, thank you. I always like it. Do an Elizabeth line. Okay, Colin. I will do an Elizabeth line video at some point. Dave Freeman has just left me a very nice comment to say a big thank you with videos being so detailed. Although when I read it, because my eyes are a bit funky, I thought it said derailed. I was like, I don't think I've ever had a derail during a video, but no, detailed. Thank you very much. We clearly just, I think we clearly just don't, perhaps just miss each other a little bit. I don't know. I am usually to be found in and around Norwich in the station and stuff. Line up. Jason says, I liked your video when you went exploring the line up near Halfords. I had to think what you meant then, but yes, the old Norwich City station, one of the lost stations of Norwich, which is now Halfords. Or Halfords is where it used to be. Um, or more sort of Barn Road roundabout in Halfords is where Norwich City Station used to be. That's a really interesting thing. That was one of my earliest forays into railway videos, actually, because I made a TikTok video about that, and I think that was only the second railway video I made on TikTok. Because I know I went to Whitlingham first, and then I think I went to City, or did I go to Victoria? One or the other. Because on TikTok I did videos about various lost stations around Norwich. 3774 crashed at London Bridge. Oh God, I've not seen about that. Have you ever been to Honing Station to see what has been done there? No, I have not. That's like yet another thing that's on the list is to go and explore the old stations, the disused stations. Jason, have you ever seen me at Cremorne Lane, or have you filmed at Cremorne Lane? I've only filmed something at Cremorne Lane once, I think. So I haven't seen you there. Maybe I should take a more detailed look at Cremorne Lane. Admittedly, when I'm going anywhere in the vicinity of Cremorne Lane, I'm going past on the bus. Although I did look down Cremorne Lane whilst going past on the bus and see a load of chocolate and cream railway carriages, which was my first knowledge that there was a rail tour going through Norwich that day. Roddy! Hello, Roddy! Roddy's somebody who's been with me for quite a while. When are you going to come to the West Country? Don't know, but going to the West Country is probably going to be something a bit more regular because certain family members have moved house to the West Country. No, unfortunately, yeah, I know you can't get to Honing by train anymore. I think that's why it's been sort of a difficult, one of the more difficult journeys to do. I'll find a way. Yeah, Dude has mentioned about going to Hewitt School and the coal yard still been there. Has Hewitt now closed? I feel like Hewitt School might have closed because my partner's dad went to Hewitt back in the 70s. Yeah, it must have been 70s. Have you ever been to Clapham Junction? No, not yet. Jason said, referencing Cremorne Lane. Yeah, I imagined you did live so close to Cremorne Lane, to be honest, with how easily and frequently you post about it. Yes, Clapham Junction. Going back to that would be one hell of a place to do some train spotting. Just go. Yeah, I think I wouldn't even get into the history of it. I'd probably just stand there filming trains. I would quite like to go there at some point. Have you been on any train journeys in Europe? I have not. The last time I went to Europe was in 2006. So I was 15. And it was on a school trip, so we didn't get to go on like the Paris Metro. It'd be a bit weird if we did get to go on the Paris Metro. That trip was to Belgium. Crewe in Cheshire. Yes. Crewe is a place I really do want to go to because a bit of a family connection. My granddad was from Crewe and he worked at Crewe Works as a joiner, making level crossing gates and signal boxes and stuff back in the 40s. So there is a bit of a family connection to Crewe. So I would be interested to go to the Heritage Centre there. The last time I went to Crewe Station itself was in March 2013, and there was a man carrying a rocking horse. I've always wondered why he was carrying a rocking horse through Crewe Station. He was taking it on the train, obviously. Is where you are, Newcastle upon Tyne or under Lyme? Newcastle upon Tyne, currently. Newcastle under, but I will be staying at a travel lodge in Newcastle under Lyme in the not too distant future when I go to visit family. The Crewe Station looking a bit shabby. Oh, makes me sad. Have you ever travelled behind a Class 50 Hoover? Yes. At um, it'll come to me. Great Central Railway, Leicester. Crewe has a lot of railway history. It certainly does. My so my granddad worked as a joiner at Crewe. Works in the 40s. Sadly, he didn't continue his career in the railway industry because obviously I would have loved that. But his dad was a driver for originally London North Western, then LMS, then British Rail. And his dad, my great great grandfather, was also an engine driver for London North Western. Pure Salvation. Pure Salvation, hello. Yes, I think I've seen you on X. I'm very good, thank you. It's having a very nice time on this little live. We've been live for an hour. That's gone by quite quickly. Yeah, hopefully I will see you on one of the trains in 2025, dude. I'm sure I will at some point. Oh, the roof, is that the roof at Crewe? Looks like it might fall down. Oh god, that's not so great. But yeah, Crewe is a great place. You can get to so many different places. Where was I going when I went to Crewe last? Oh, I think I was going to Hereford, if I'm remembering rightly. Yeah, having to go from Stoke-on-Trent to Crewe and change at Crewe to get an Arriva Trains Wales as was to Hereford. Oh, Sarah, if you want a great book to read, try Around Ireland with a Fridge by Tony Hawks. Not the skateboard person. Oh, the idea of Tony Hawk's a skateboard guy going around Ireland with a fridge is on an image in itself because he'd obviously be on his skateboard. Although, why is somebody going around Ireland with a fridge? I'm just gonna have to read it. What is around Ireland with a fridge about? Just purely out of interest. Have you ever been on a Class 55 Deltic? No, I have not, sadly. Oh, apparently Tony Hawk, not the skateboard guy, also played. Also wrote about playing the Moldovans at tennis. Good question from Jason Burton Trains. If you could travel on any train in the UK or in the world, what would it be? Oh, I mean, the Trans-Siberian Railway would be a heck of an experience. I think my one for the UK at the moment would be the Night Riviera. I would love to ride on the Night Riviera. How well I'd sleep, I don't know. Oh, thank you, Ian. It's been a great live stream. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. Stafford is a nice station. I haven't been there in quite some time, but yeah, Stafford is a nice station. That's not bad for spotting either. Okay, so we have some more info on the Tony Hawks and the fridge. The fridge story started over a beer and argument in London pub overseeing someone in Ireland hitchhiking with a fridge. So it's basically me. No, I didn't break the Travelodge mug. I don't have great coordination. I tried to put my coffee down and hit the desk thing. Ah, okay. A man in Ireland hitchhiking with a fridge. Excellent. Evening, Jake. It's Neil Flood, who's in the chat, have is Tony Hawks the guy who had a #1 record in Albania with Norman Wisdom? That is, I don't know, but I actually took a little dive into Norman Wisdom. Sounds a bit weird, but I watched a film called Double X, which is a very strange sort of thrillery thing. It's about basically about organised crime, but one of the central characters in it is played by Norman Wisdom, which makes it just sound so ridiculous. But it's actually a pretty good film. It's got Theoden, Bernard Hill. It's got Bernard Hill in it doing a very dodgy accent, but it's a Double X. It's a strange film, and when I finished watching it, I did sit there and say, "What the hell did I just watch?" But I do advise it. But yes, back to Norman Wisdom. He had a cult following in Albania, and he was made an honorary citizen of the city of I think I don't know how to say it properly, but it's spelled Tirana, Tirana, because it was his films were some of the only films they were allowed to watch under the whatever whichever dictator it was at the time. He saw Norman Wisdom's films from the 50s and 60s as him sort of Norman Wisdom is basically labouring under the yoke of capitalism, and so he was presented as really great films for people to watch. So Norman Wisdom consequently ended up with a massive following in Albania, which surprised the heck out of me when I read that. I just started reading up on Norman Wisdom because when I get a topic in my brain, I end up researching it because I've got an internet connection and basically a computer in my hand. Thank you, Tico. Tico's doing a grand job of doing some moderating for me. So, have you got a Blue Sky? I don't have a Blue Sky account. I don't even really know what Blue Sky is. I've seen people talking about it, but I haven't made my own Blue Sky account. Is Blue Sky good? I see a lot of people talking about it as like a Twitter alternative. That's good. I'm glad. I agree with you, Ian, on that one. The build, some of these stations, they're absolutely great in terms of location and the amount of trains that come through and the variety, but then the sort of brutalist architecture is not necessarily the best. But then again, that's all part of the fabric and layering of the history of the station is the building. York Station is gorgeous. Yes, York Station is gorgeous. Passed through York today, actually. It is a beautiful station. The National Rail Museum up in York is excellent. I went there last year. No, the year before. No, it was 2022. We went to York. Yeah, spent about 5-6 hours wandering around the museum and didn't see it all because I'm going around looking at everything, reading everything, and my partner is the same. He isn't even that interested in trains, but we were in the museum and we were just both reading everything with each locomotive and everything. And some people, on the website it says average time at the museum 2 hours. It's, how are people only staying 2 hours? What are you doing? You're not looking at things properly. Oh, there are loads of little flowers popped up in the bottom of the screen then. Whoever's doing the flower reaction, that's very nice. Who's been the class 50? Have I ever been called by class 52? I don't think so. Good evening. Thank you. I'm glad you like my videos. Yeah, Dave, I agree about the 37s. They probably are my favourite diesel locomotive, to be perfectly honest, because of the noise, the thrash. Yeah, when you get a surprise class 37 on a railhead treatment train, that's something else. Gay Susan, I like that. I like that username. I like your profile picture. Cardiff Queen Street has all the charm of dog poop. I can't pass judgment on that, but I'll be intrigued to see. At some point, I am going to go to South Wales, so um, I'll have to investigate whether or not Cardiff Queen Street does have all the charm of dog poop. I know I've certainly been to some stations that stank, so. Best of all, I love steam trains. Yeah, Dave, I also absolutely adore steam trains. It's where my love of the railway started, is steam. I didn't really get properly into diesel until well, it was the first video I made for this channel because I was always sort of interested in the railway and the railway history, and steam locomotives, but not so much the diesel. But then I was at the mixed traction gala at the North Norfolk Railway, and I don't know, I'd been looking up the history of all these locomotives that were going to be there. I just got so interested in it, and there was class 37401 Mary Queen of Scots. In love, absolutely. From there, the 37s were my favourite diesel locomotive, and I got really, really into diesel. Oh, Roger says, any line or route you'd like to film? Lots. Yeah, lots. I think I would like to do the line that goes through the Hope Valley because I have some fond memories of the Hope Valley from when I was young, and I have seen trains. I've been on a train that passed through the Hope Valley. I was on a Transpennine train about 2011. No, it's 2010 because it was in the run up to Christmas. That went through the Hope Valley, and I remember being on an away weekend with a youth group and couldn't sleep. So in the middle of the night, I was just looking out the window and I could see if I think it was either freight or a maintenance train. I don't know. I was only like 12 at the time. No, 11. I just watched this train going through the village at night. Everybody else was asleep, but I just couldn't sleep, so I just watched trains out the window. What's dear Mr. Beeching? Oh, Dr. Beeching. Yeah, I remember that from the 90s. Twitter X is Fionn says Twitter X is awful now. It's not the best. I do keep posting on X/Twitter, but I probably should move away from it, to be perfectly honest, because it's not great. I just sort of pop on, post I'm doing a new video, post a picture of what I'm, what train related stuff I'm doing, and then not much else. I'll have to migrate to Blue Sky. Blue Sky is what Twitter used to be. Oh, that's good. You very well might recognise people at opening day, Sam. I don't know. It all depends who's there. There's bound to be a few YouTube people. Is Northumberland Line? Yep, Northumberland Line is opening tomorrow. It's only Seaton, Delaval, and Ashington stations that are opening. Newsham was supposed to open tomorrow as well, but that's been delayed. So yes, first train out of Newcastle to go to Ashington is at 7:57, and then the first train out of Ashington to Newcastle is at 8:36, so far as I'm aware. Starting to doubt myself about the first train out of Ashington, but the only way I can check that is through this device that I'm filming on. Yeah, I agree with you, Jake, on that about the National Rail Museum. Anything less than 4 hours is just, I don't know. You just have to be running in and out. I don't get it. Oh, hi, Reese. Yes, I'm well. How are you? Ooh. I will QA. I will check that when I'm off live. Class 52 is Mega Thrash. May need to hunt down some Mega Thrash in that case. Yes, I'm off to Ashington tomorrow morning. Okay, that's Pure Salvation. That's certainly something we can think about pre-beaching Norwich railways. I do struggle with the word railways, which is not the best thing for a railway YouTuber. Great Western Railway almost always comes out as Great Western Railway. Very excited, Reese. Very, very excited. Yeah, QA comment about wonder when they look at replacing the 37s. Yeah, because the 37s are old. They are, they're what, 60, early 60s? So they're getting on. I think it's a wonder that they're still in sort of mainline service, really. But if they're still good for it, then keep going. I wonder what they'd replace them with, though, the 37s. Mallard is gorgeous. Mallard is obviously I'll never get to see Mallard in action, but Mallard is a gorgeous locomotive. Got my picture taken with Mallard at the National Rail Museum. Wakefield Kirkgate. Is Wakefield Kirkgate really bad, Neil? I haven't. I don't think I've ever been to Wakefield. I miss slam door trains. I used to travel to between Norwich and London quite a bit at one time, and going on the slam door trains is I loved that. The Class 90 locomotives and the slam door stock was fantastic. It's obviously there was massive problems with regards to accessibility and things, and like with the old Mark III carriages, and until a relative recent history, the toilet, the old sign about don't flush the toilet while the train is in the station because the toilet just emptied onto the track. That wasn't great, and yeah, like I say, they weren't great for accessibility. So something did need to be done, and I do quite like the 745s, but there's nothing quite like the Mark IIIs. The seats were far more comfortable, and the bacon sandwiches, they were the best. I've had a bacon sandwich on a 745. It's not as good as the ones I used to get when we had the Mark III carriages. And bacon is how you judge a train. Oh, Coral, you volunteer at the North Norfolk. I didn't know that. Excellent. I met so I ended up speaking to quite a few people at the North Norfolk Railway last time I was there. What that was rails and ales. I was there purely for the rails, not the ales. Don't drink beer. Don't like it. But yeah, I ended up getting talking to quite a few people. Even had somebody ask to have their picture taken with me, which surprised the heck out of me. I loved it though. I do have that saved on my phone. Birmingham. Ooh. Sam asks if anybody here is going to the Northumberland line opening tomorrow. I am. That's why I'm here. Is anybody else in the chat going to the Northumberland line opening? Birmingham New Street and Snow Hill are pretty grim too. I thought I was going to say I thought Birmingham New Street was all right, but the last time I went to Birmingham New Street, I was 17, and I'm 33, so it may have changed since then. What are your thoughts on the 158? 158. That is, as my friend Tico would put it, superior traction. It definitely is. The 158s, they're one of my favourites. I always get disappointed when I expect a 158 and I don't get it. The This morning I had the misfortune of turning up to Norwich Station, looking at the train I was going to be getting on, and I thought, oh, it's a 170. And it wasn't a very enjoyable journey because 170s are great for little branch lines and short journeys, but not for nearly 2 hours going to Peterborough. Yeah, since the 60s, since the 60s, built by English Electric. It is quite surprising how many of them are still in use because there's younger locomotives that have been retired. Oh, there's an argument going on about classes of trains in the comments. Tico, did you attack 172s? Yes, you did. And the crux of Tico's argument, and they about the 172s, and they replaced my favourite trains, the Sprinters. Don't take Tico's Sprinters away. 170s Turbo Star EMT are weird. Yeah, they are. Tico, it's absolutely fine that you're ranting about 172s. I trust that you are doing your moderating job. I think you're doing better than when I moderate for you, so which isn't very often because a lot of the time I'm not online. What do you want to look up? Chat can do it for you. I was in people in the chat. I was like, chat's become very advanced. I was wanting to look up what the first train out of Ashington is tomorrow because I thought it was 8:36, and I was fairly confident in it being 8:36, but no, I'm not sure. TFW do have nice seats. I like the I do like the seats on the 197s. I think they're very comfortable, and obviously the moquette and stuff is extremely reminiscent of my my favourite class of train on Greater Anglia, the 755s. Oh, Susan, you're just you're trying to pick a fight with Tico there. The 150s are his. Oh, they are. I don't know. I think they're like his babies a little bit. The 150s are sheds on wheels. Oh, God, it's all kicking off. And Tico has quite rightly summed it up. We all have our opinions. We certainly do. Have you seen? Jason says, have you seen any RHTT sets this year? Yes, I have seen some railhead treatment trains. Not as many as I would like. I just kept having bad luck with them. Either they ran earlier than I was expecting, or a lot later than I was expecting. I couldn't stick around. But I have got some footage of railhead treatment trains. I've only seen 66s on them. I miss the days when we had 37s on the rail treatment trains and 57s. I got very surprised by some 57s at Posick once. Well, Sam, I hope it is the best day ever. I'm certainly hoping it's going to be a great day tomorrow. Do love it when people. I'm sorry, I'm very conscious that I haven't said anything for a while. I've just been sort of sitting here licking my lip. So I'm catching up on the chat. East West, I just love it when people get into their little debates about what class of train is, superior. And it's great because there is so many different opinions for so many different reasons. And I think we can all agree that we're all entitled to our own opinions about what's right for what. East West Rail Varsity Line. I will be covering as much of East West Rail as I can. It depends when things open. Wow, QA Library, I've just got to your comment about your friend in the 1980s. I am so sorry. Oh, God. Slam door stock. There was a lot wrong with it. I don't think there's any getting away from that. Oh, good night, Susan. I imagine she's gone by now. Sorry. I have seen pictures of Felixstowe railway station, yeah. When I was researching that for when I did videos about that line. Oh, hello, Pixie the cat. Oh, oh, Jack Billingsley's on. Hello. Hi. Hi, Jack. A lot of people saying the 158s are the best. I'm glad about that. You're absolutely welcome. Pure salvation. Well, Sam, I think you've picked a great way to start your YouTube journey. A new station for a new YouTube. That'll be great. Oh, hi, Alan. Sarah's really behind on the chat. Thank you, Tika. Some vlogging. Yes, I should do some vlogging in Scotland. I want to. That is the plan. Train station does not exist. It's unreal. It was certainly. Neil. Thank you, Neil, for checking that. Tops. I've got my people on the case checking up. I thought 8:36 was the first train out of Ashington, but I don't know. Sometimes I doubt myself. For context of why I'm laughing, Tico Sprinter says 150,001 is the closest I will ever get to a real life partner. Fact. Maybe you, I don't know, maybe you will meet your real life partner should you wish to have one, because it's perfectly possible not to. Aboard 150,001. The old compartment carriages. I love that. I was actually thinking about that today because I was doing a lot of writing on the train. So I tend to research and write myself notes and stuff. And I thought it would be quite cool if we still had compartment trains. But there are when I say safety issues, I mean like personal safety issues. Um, it became a lot safer for women to travel on their own once you got corridor trains. So when there's compartments in the corridor, you're probably fine. But if it's a non-corridor train and you're just getting into individual compartments, then you're sort of stuck there. And 9 times out of 10, you'll you'll be in a compartment with perfectly fine people. But then there's always that odd occasion where things don't go so well. A bit far from North Walsham, yeah, it is. I felt like that from Norwich. That's why I've had to come up the night before. Well, Tico need to go soon. Right, yes. Looking at it's a lot later than I thought it was. This live has gone so quickly, and I haven't even finished the chat. So I can actually, yep, you people, you can leave whenever you want to. Superstars. You have a you have a piece of music. Okay, we'll have to talk about that. Pure Salvation, about a piece of music. Um, I think I'm caught up on the chat. If I get an on the day ticket, can't I split my journey up? When you say to split your journey up, you can just, so long as you're not breaking the National Rail conditions of carriage, then yes, you can hop on and off the train. So if you were to, let's just say, for example, you're on the train going to Ashington and you want to get off at Seaton Delaval, then you can hop off at Seaton Delaval, and then when the next train comes through, get back on the train and then go to Ashington. And then using the return part of your ticket, you could theoretically you could get off at Seaton Delaval and get back on and then carry on. What you can't do is go up and down the line. I know you probably already know that, so I'm probably explaining stuff that doesn't need to be said. I just don't want to inadvertently give somebody some very bad advice. You're writing an instrumental album? That's excellent. Is music your full-time job? Just out of interest? Oh, Neil, good night. Get chatting with you about North Railway. Yeah, hopefully. Okay. Good night, Neil. Yeah, maybe we will have to see if we bump into each other, Carl, at the North Norfolk or in Norwich. I'm surprised it hasn't happened already. Reece, you should come down to Norwich. Norwich is great. I know I'm totally biased because I live there, but it is a lovely place to live, and there's a reason that I have been there for 14 years. Good night, Coral. And I think because I've looked at my watch and it is 20 to 11, which I did not expect to happen, I think it is time for me to end this little live. And it's oh, you like making clothing as well. You do a bit of everything. Excellent. There I have to go. Okay. Thank you everybody so much. Thanks everybody so much for being on this live stream. I really appreciate it. It's been great chatting. It has been wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, maybe see you tomorrow, Sam. Hopefully we will. Hopefully we'll see each other tomorrow. If you do spot me, do come and say hi, by all means. Okay. Thanks everybody for such a great chat. Now I've got to figure out how to end this live because I'm looking at the buttons and I'm like, I don't even know which one to press because I'm on mobile. But I will see you all another time for another live stream. Okay. Pure Salvation, I will talk to you about that elsewhere. Okay. Bye, everybody. Press the big red one. There's what big red one? There isn't a big red button. I'm now stopping streaming. I've found out the button. I found the little X. Night. Bye.